Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. We invite you to join us again on this platform. This is Dr. Makemba. We are yet looking at a very interesting subject matter today as we discuss our Wonders of Wisdom series. We are going to look at another wisdom nugget today. We will be talking about trust. We are going to look at the concept of trust, its importance in our lives, and the negative consequences of a broken trust. So I invite you to join us on this platform and engage with us as we continue with our Wonders of Wisdom series. Let's start off by defining trust. What is trust? Trust is basically a firm belief in the reliability, truth, and ability of somebody. Now, it's very interesting if you look at that definition. There's three key words there: reliability, truth, and ability. In other words, for you to be deemed as a trustworthy individual, you need to be a reliable person. You should develop the ability to deliver on your promises when you make them. You also need to be truthful. And of course, you need to develop capacity within you, or that ability to do what you said you are going to do. Basically, that in a nutshell is what trust is all about. Now, there are various areas in which we need to develop our characters and build our trustworthiness. For instance, just to mention but a few examples, we need to be trustworthy spouses when we are married. We need to be trustworthy parents when we have children. We need to be trustworthy business individuals when we establish business entities. We need to be trustworthy leaders in whatever form of leadership capacity, be it political, organizational, or in any other aspect of leadership for that matter. We also need to be trustworthy lovers in our love relationships, because trust forms the foundation on which peace can be built. Let me just give you an example. For instance, you are a spouse, you are married, you have a wife, you got a husband. Let's say now you have decided to be very open to one another about everything concerning your lives, and you decide to be open to each other. Now, in the process of time, let's just assume you, for instance, open a bank account secretly that you have not spoken to your spouse about, and you are busy stashing away some cash in that secret bank account. Assuming your spouse finds out that you have a secret bank account that they do know nothing about, guess what that will do to your marriage? It will create tension. The next person will now start asking all kinds of questions. And the question will be, if we have decided to be open to one another and they went and did this and didn't tell me, I wonder what else are they not telling me? And guess what that will do? It will definitely create tension in your home. So you don't want that. So the best way to go about life is to become a trustworthy individual. Let's use parenting, for instance. If you are a father or a mother, you got children. Now, for you to be an effective parent, you need to build up a trustworthy relationship between yourself and your children. What that will then do to your children is, your children will now trust you as their parent. They will now trust that you have their best interest at heart. And whenever they are facing any challenge, if there is any area of difficulty in their life, guess what will happen? They will first and foremost come to you as a parent, trusting that you have their best interest at heart, and you will help them navigate through whatever they are going through and get on the other side safely. Now, some parents are ignorant. Let's say your child comes to you with a challenge, and then instead of encouraging your child, instead of trying to understand and helping your child, you now become a little bit, negative. You're now shouting to your child. You're now blaming your child. You're now accusing your child of not having an ability to deal with something minute, if you deem it to be minute. Guess what you are doing to your child? Your child will now develop a defensive mechanism to say, all right, dad or mom, has a tendency of lashing out at me when I confide in him or her. So from now on, I will just shut it. I will not confide in my parents anymore. I will not open up to mom or dad anymore. And guess what that will do? It will negatively impact your ability to be a good parent to your child. Let's talk about business, for instance. If you are a business person, you are into business, it does not matter what business you are into. You have to be a trustworthy businesswoman or a trustworthy businessman. Because when you are trustworthy, people will now begin to trust you with their investment. Because if you are not trustworthy, nobody would want to do business with you if you are not trustworthy. There have been all kinds of stories of businesses that, destroyed, people's hard-earned income. All kinds of scandals, people invest and then all their money is lost. Now, if you are an individual that is in business and you are not trustworthy and you end up scheming people out of their hard-earned income, it will destroy your reputation and nobody would want to do business with you ever again. Friendship, for instance. If you are a friend to somebody, be a trustworthy friend. If your friend confide in you and they come to you and say, I have a secret that I want to offload off my chest. You are the only one person that I'm confiding in. You are the only person I'm telling this, and I'm asking you to not share it with anybody. Please become trustworthy. Because your friend trusts you that much to confide in you with their secret. Now, if you go and broadcast it to everybody, guess what? You have just broken and destroyed that trust you have with that friend of yours. And it might be difficult to rebuild again. In love relationships, we need to become trustworthy. Because when you are trustworthy, there is peace. When you trust the next person, you ain't going to question their motives. You won't always be concerned about their whereabouts because you trust them. And you trust that they will do the right thing. So it's very important that we build trustworthy character. Because without trust, we can do almost nothing. It's one of those key, ingredient in the character of a human being. When you are trustworthy, people can trust you so much with so many things. Politicians, for instance, we need to become trustworthy politicians. If you're into politics, don't be the kind of a politician that will sell an idea at a rally, and when people now elect you in office, you go and do the opposite of what you promised the people. That is not a way to go, because now you have destroyed people's trust. People have given you the power and trusted you to lead them and do the right thing, and you go ahead and do the opposite. That is destructive. Now, I just want to leave you with these words. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6, the Bible says, lean not on your own understanding, but trust in the Lord. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will straighten your path. I want to challenge you today, if you have never trusted the Lord before. Perhaps that's where the secret is. Maybe you get to learn to trust the Lord more. And the more you trust the Lord, the more you yourself become trustworthy in the process. So why don't you turn to the Lord and give him all that you are going through? All your challenges, all your concerns. And just give him that trust. Just be trustworthy. Just say, Lord, I trust you. I trust you that you will take care of me. And I trust you that you will see me through all my challenges today. And at the same time, also commit to say, Lord, I trust that when you guide me, I will go by your guidance. And see how your life will dynamically change. This is your brother, Dr. Makemba. I just want to say, build a trustworthy character. Till we meet again. Ta-ta.